Okay, and finally, logarithmic models. So here we have example 6, the magnitudes of earthquakes. It says on the Richter scale, the magnitude R of an earthquake of intensity I is given by that equation, where I sub 0 equals 1 is the minimum intensity used for comparison. We're going to find the intensity of each earthquake. Intensity is a measure of the wave energy of an earthquake. So we're going to find that for Alaska in 2012 when it had a magnitude of 4.0, and then in Christchurch, New Zealand in 2011 there was an earthquake that had a magnitude of 6.3. So we're going to find the intensity for both of those. Well, first though, it told me that the I sub 0 equals 1, so I can plug that in here. So I get R, oops, I shouldn't have put an equal sign between them. This is going to make this R equals log of I divided by 1. But we know anything divided by 1 itself, so really I'm looking R is equal to log of I. So there's the equation that we're going to use to solve these problems. Alright, so let's work on Alaska. It had a magnitude of 4.0. Now remember, we just said our equation was R equals log of I. So I know that 4 is equal to log of I, and I need to solve for I. We're used to seeing our log on the left-hand side, so I'm just going to flip this over here. And then it's in log form, so I can switch it to exponential. What is my base if it's just log written? It's base 10. So I know that 10 to my a to the y, 4, is equal to x, which in this case is I. And so we find that I is equal to, either you can leave it as 10 to the 4th, or that one's an easy one to work out. So you could go ahead and say that I is equal to 10,000. Then what about in Christchurch, New Zealand? We had, in 2011, they had an earthquake with a magnitude of 6.3. So we're going to do the same thing. We know our R, which is 6.3, is equal to log of I. And I'm going to switch it up the way we're used to seeing it. And then I'm going to set it into exponential form. So my base is 10 raised to my y, which is 6.3, equals I. Now that one's not quite as neat looking, so if you want to leave it as 10 to the 6.3, you're more than welcome to. And there we have it.